understanding in the sense you can still go here to view the result if I want to. So that's that with the generating position thing. So I think we are good. Alright, there's still one more thing to it. That is the easiest way for, okay, will it be the easiest way for us for now? I think it's the easiest way based on the devices we are using to access it. But there's also another way to ask questions that most times we have to do the work offline and then bring it online. Now we go to our question bank again. Assuming we have created a question group for it. Go back to our question bank. And now you see question import.
Yeah.
For here we were adding questions manually, one after the other. But for question import, it means you have done the work offline and you want to bring all of them into the system. For question import, there is an instruction to it. First thing to do is to download the sample file to see the format in which you should use to arrange your questions before you import it. If it's not in that format, the system will not recognize it and it will throw an error. So you must set the questions exactly. So the first thing is to download the sample file, then open the downloaded CSV file and carefully fill the details of the question. Question type should be used from within these examples as single choice, multiple choice, true or false, and descriptive that we saw earlier. Question level should be used from within these examples, easy, medium, just as we did before. Then the question group name. Question group comes from another table. So for the group name, enter the group ID. You remember when we created our question group, there was an ID for it. That ID will be needed here. Then for single choice type questions, for the correct option for single question, you just pick whatever option that is correct. Then for multiple choice, everything that is correct. Let's see if I can download this and access it so that we can see how it looks like.
Or come back with your child. When we are recording.
Okay, I've downloaded this. Let me open this. Question important. Okay. Yes, it's open already. So this is how it should look like. So for those who have system, have access to Excel, they can set all their questions here and later just import them. Now, we see all of the headers it was mentioning before. Question type. We see true or false here. We see descriptive, multiple choice, and single choice. Just as it is typed here, you see after this true, there's another score before false. If you should remove down that score, it will not recognize it. Everything here, first of all, everything on this header here should not be changed. According to the sample file, let me see if I can expand this. Okay, yeah. So this is question type, the question group. This is question group. This is the question level, the question itself that I want to type, the mark allotted, then option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4, and then the answer. So this is the head for it. You should not type or change anything here. If you alter anything here, when importing, it will be an error. The only thing you have liberty to change is things within here. And then you also need to be careful. So now, if I want to edit this now. Test question like, for instance, what is a noun? Okay, no, this is category for true or false. But meanwhile, I can still set all my questions for under one category. I can go ahead to delete this and just set for only single choice. Everything I'm going to set here is single choice. I can still vary it, but I'm not limited to this. I can edit all of this based on what I want. But let me just go with this true or false. Now is the name of a place. So I've entered the question there. I will not go to touch anything here. Is it true or false? That's where I'm interested in for true or false question. I don't know if we are getting it. True or false? The question level is easy. If I want it to be hard, I edit it here to be hard. If I want medium, I type medium. If I want easy, I type easy. And then here I type the question. How many marks do I want? If it's 1, if it's 5, whatever, I type it here. Then for true or false, I don't have any business to do with option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. I can leave it like this. I can even leave it as blank. And then I'll pick what the answer should be. Is it true or false? Just as it is here. If it's true, all caps. If it is false, all caps. I'll leave it at that. Then if it's for descriptive questions, same medium, anyhow, the question type. Then for the option, I still have no business to do here. All I just want is what the option should be. Okay, let me say now, this should be now, and then the question is dash is the name of a place. So that's my question, and the answer should be now, and I've typed it here. So I'm not selecting anything for here because it is a descriptive question. All I'm interested in is what should be the answer. Same for true or false. But for multiple choice, whether it's hard, then the question, let me say, pick all that is a noun. Then option 1, I say, Mary. Option 2, I say, John. Then option 3, let me say, going. Then option 4, I say, the school. Now from this, option 1 is correct, option 2 is correct, and what? Option 4. So in this box here, I'll have to type it. Just as I'm seeing here, option 1, which is correct, will be in quote like this, option 1 underscore, comma. Option 2 is also correct, then I should add so I open my first bracket, I open my quote, option underscore 1 was correct, then I close it, then I put a comma there, I open the quote again, option 2 was also correct, I close it, then the comma, then the last option was option 4, sorry, underscore 4. Then I'll close it with this here. So that is how I will choose my options for this. Then for single choice, okay. What should I set for this now? Single choice. Which of these is not a noun? Then option 1. visual going. Yeah. So, what is the correct option here? Is this now, not so. So I'll go here and change this to option 4, just like this. So I'm not going to write going here. I'm just picking the header as what should be the answer. You see it? So this is how to set questions using Excel. So if you have 50 questions to set, this is how you will be entering them. So if you want it to be very true or false descriptive, or if you want everything to be single choice, what I'll just do for this one, if I want to add another single choice, I'll just come here and single choice. Then select this thing as medium based on the level. Then enter my question, enter the mark as 1. Then question, what is your name? For instance, if that was to be a question. Then I just put the options based on this single choice, then I pick the correct option for it. So if it's all single choice, I can be doing that. If I want a mix, descriptive, I can still do that. True or false, I can still do that, but I must stick to the rule of this, how to go about it. Then when I'm done with it, I can now save and then go to the website and import everything there. But for the one I created before, I'll go and check the ID to see how important that ID is. Let me delete this one. Delete this one.
If you want to save, how do you save?
I'll save this one very soon. Let me just put everything on medium. I think I'm good. So to save this is this Ctrl S or whatever you want to use. Save. But I will not save it yet. This question group, I must pay attention to this. So I'm going back to the website and check the question group I want to add those questions to. Let me go back to this place, the online, this question group. I start to feel 12 in all of them. Just like this. You see it? So by this number, the system will know the correct question group to attach them before we import. But I just wanted to be sure of the one I created so that we can see. So as we follow along, so let me see group. From our question group, I just want to create a test. So I've done that. And the main thing I'll be interested in here is this group ID. You can see all of the question group we created earlier, we can see all their IDs here. So this one I just created is having an ID of 53. So in creating the CSV file like this on your Microsoft Word, we downloaded a sample file yesterday and we are working with this sample file now. So and as I said earlier that day, everything on this top here should not be altered. Everything should be left just as it is. So do not alter. So anything that needs to change can be done here. And you must follow the pattern. Let me adjust this so you can see. So this first column here is the question type. So is it a true or false you want to enter? Is it a descriptive question? Is it a multi-choice question or a single choice question? So all of this coding, you must write it just as it is. So do not just write it true, then there is a space, then false. It should be as it is, true underscore false, then descriptive. Therefore, multiple choice, it should be multi underscore choice, then for single choice, single underscore choice. Then for question group, that is this 53 I created, so I'll have to enter it here. So instead of 12, I should go with 53. And if it's the same question group, I can enter it for all of them. Because that is the same group all of them will fall into. Let me see if I can drag this to here. Good. So change this to 3. Okay. So by this, I'm directing all questions here to this question group, this test group I just created. Then this is the question level. Do you want it to be in medium, easy, or hard? Anyone you want, you can type them here. You can type them here. And it's not necessary that all of them should have the same level. Depends on what you want. If you want to create this file for just easy, it is good. But if you want all of them to still be here, you can just vary the question level and the system knows what to do with the rest. This is where our questions will come into, the question itself. So we'll type whatever question we want to type. And this is where we allot the mark for each of them. If it is 2 marks, if it is 1 mark, just as we want. Then these are the options. So for true or false questions, this option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4 is not relevant. We can just leave it blank or leave it as it is. The main thing we're interested in is the answer. So is this question that we've written here, is it a true or a false question? If it is true, we come under this answer column and write true in all capital letter. If it is a false, we can type false here, all capital letter. Then for descriptive question 2, we are no longer interested in option 1, option 2, option 3, and option 4. We're only interested in the answer. So you come here and type the answer itself here. Then for multiple choice questions, we have options. Option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. Then under the answer, we'll now let the system know which one is the correct answer. So for this case, I've chosen option 1, option 2, and option 4 as the correct answer. And you can see how it is being done. Everything should go into a square bracket. And then each of the options is going to mimic what is on the head here. So do not say option then space 1. So it should be exactly as it is on the heading here. Everything into a double quote. So you can see double quotes around this option 1. Then after that there's a comma. Then the next option just like that. So if it is 2 that is correct, you can just do option 1, option 2, or option 1, option 3, option 1, option 4 as the case may be in your question you are setting. So everything should be closed in this square bracket. And then for single choice questions, we do everything as the same type of questions, and then we provide all of the options here. After providing the options, the correct answer will go under this column here, answer. And we are choosing option 4 here as the correct answer. So we are not doing this case, we are just picking one of the options. And you are not to type the exact answer, but just provide the column head for it as the answer. So when you are done preparing everything, just save it for now and you are good to go. So assuming we've done everything correctly, so we now want to go to the Smart Docs to import those questions. So we'll go to question bank. Instead of add a question, I will now go with question import. I'll click on that. It's showing all of the instruction that which we have done. So which class do I want to import this question for? Let me say KG1 section, and and then what subject is it? Let me say English. And then there's a provision to import that file we were creating. So I'll click here so that I can import the file. Let's pretend it for you. Alright. So from here you can navigate to wherever you have that file saved. So I think it's on the desktop, which is question import sample. I'll click on it and I'll click on open. And so you can see it is here already. So if you want to remove it, you can if you have made an error. Then when I'm done with that, I just go with import. And let's hope everything goes. Now you see 4 questions added successfully. So we are done with that. Now let me go check if I have them. Yeah.
So it's a way of saving your data too.
Yes, you can walk offline and just import everything one time. Alright. Now we see all of the 4 questions here. You see the test group, and you see the class, the subject, and you see all of the type. True, false, descriptive, multi-choice, and single choice, just as we've done. And these are the questions we entered there before. So instead of me doing everything one by one, I just do everything under the CSV file from Excel, and I import everything one time. So I can still go ahead to view them and make changes anywhere I want. You see, I can view them, I can still make an edit. Let me see. Now if I want to make an edit, you can see I can change the medium and